All right, I want to start by giving all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rekah, Quadash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles and teachers and wise men of great millstone that I learned this truth from through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Salutations out to the elect. All right, I want to do a quick lesson going into this video. It says, this man is unalive. He just doesn't know it yet. And this guy, he has a lot of videos like that on his channel. But I came across this one. And as you're going to see in this video, this guy, he's gonna be made unalive. He said, I'm gonna let you see the video. I'm not gonna tell you what happened to him, but you're gonna see in the video. But before I play the video, let's start right here in Ecclesiastes 9. Let's get it. This is Ecclesiastes 9. Let's start at verse 10. It says, or here in the heading, it says, whatever your hand finds to do. It says, verse 10, it says, whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. For there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave where thou goest. It says, I returned, this is Solomon, I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not given to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to men of understanding, nor yet favor to men of skill, but time and chance happen to them all. You see, because there's a time for everything under the sun. Let's get that. Salakia. Ecclesiastes 2. I think it's in Ecclesiastes 2. Let me go back. And then we're going to come back to Ecclesiastes 9. There's a time and place for everything under the sun. Let's get that. Here we go. Salakia. This is Ecclesiastes 3. Start at verse 1. It says, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. You see? There's a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time and chance for everything that happened under the sun, which is upon the earth. All right, let's go back to Ecclesiasticus 9. Salakia, not Ecclesiasticus. Ecclesiastes. I'm trying to talk too fast. Let me calm down. I'm getting excited. All right. Let's go back. All right, let's see. It says, let's read verse 11 again. It says, I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, neither yet the bread to the wise, nor yet riches to the men of understanding, nor yet favor to men of skill. But time and chance happen to them all, because there's a time and a place for everything under the earth, in the earth, you see, or under the sun. All right, this is verse 12. This is the point. For men also know it not his time. There is a fish, so like there as the fishes that are taken in an evil net, and as the birds that are caught in a snare, so are the sons of man snared in an evil time when it suddenly falleth upon them. And as you're going to see in the video, something suddenly fell upon that person. All right, as a matter of fact, let's play it. Let's play the video. Slovakia, let's play it. All right.
No joke, September has to be the month of absolute tragedy. I don't think I've ever seen a month with more bad news than this one. This is a video that just recently popped up onto my radar. It was sent to me through Instagram DM. In it, this worker can be seen standing in a sunken portion of a road due to flood damage. This portion of the road then ends up caving in on him, and I cut the video off before any of the real damage happens. So for context, this happened very recently on September 10th of 2025 in Chiang Mai, Thailand, which is the northern portion of Thailand, involving a beloved worker by the name of Prasit. Praset was inspecting a collapsed road inside of a trench, which again was the result of a major flood that had taken place here. This is pretty common flood damage when you look at roads like this. When out of nowhere, with virtually no time to react, Praset was struck by a collapsed piece of asphalt and dirt that ended up burying him for around 20 minutes. Despite the fact that there were multiple people on scene that attempted to dig him out, him being buried for this long and the amount of damage that he sustained was impossible to survive from, and he officially ended up passing away on September 11th. You might be tempted to think that if they had dug Prasit out sooner, he would have survived, but this would have been flawed thinking in the first place, because as soon as this happened, the damage was so great that he probably would not have survived. He ended up suffering severed intestines, his ribs broke and punctured his lungs and his spleen, and he had multiple broken bones throughout his body, so he really was done for right when this happened. The main takeaway from this video is that you should never stand inside of a sunken hole like this, or anything that just doesn't have support, to prevent it from collapsing, because there are lots of deaths that take place from this, whether it's people digging holes at the beach or on a construction site. It's just very dangerous. As always, let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. Drop a comment letting me know what you want to see next, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.
And as you saw, he was snared when that he was snared. It was the time that he would be snared. You see, when that collapsed road suddenly fell upon him. Let's read it again. Verse 12. For a man also knoweth not his time, as for fishes that are taken in an evil net, and as the birds that are caught in a snare, so are the sons of man snared at an evil time, when it suddenly falleth upon him. You see, so he was snared in an evil time. It was his time. You see, it was his time for judgment, and it suddenly fell upon him. You see, he didn't know that the bridge was gonna. I mean, the collapsed road was gonna finish collapsing on top of him. He didn't know that. So he was snared. He was caught in the snare. But it really goes back to the judgment of the Lord. You see, the Lord had that to happen. Let's get this scripture right here. In Amos 3:6, it says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people be not afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it? You see? Which means what? The Lord does all things. He does the evil in the city. He does both good and evil. Let's get that. Make peace. This is Isaiah 45:7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, whose name is Yahweh, do all these things. You see? So the Lord creates peace and evil. He brings that evil time, you see, upon the sons of man, so that they can be snared. So that they can't be caught in the snare. Salakia. All right, this is Deuteronomy 32:39. It says, see now that I, even I am he, and there is no God with me. I kill. You see that? I kill. I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hands, you see. So no one could have delivered this guy if it was his time, you see. If it was his time to be judged, to be made unalive, no one could have delivered this guy. It was his time. Nobody could have delivered him other than the Lord, but none could deliver out of the Lord's hand. The Lord said, it's your time to go. It's your time to go. All right, let's get this last scripture, then I'll end the lesson. This is Psalm 68:20. It says, he that is our God is the God of salvation. You see, he's not the God of the other nations. He's the God of Israel. He's our God. Let's read it again. It says, he that is our God is the God of salvation. And unto God the Lord belong the issues from death. You see? So the Lord controls the situation that is brought upon a person that eventually ends up in them dying. The Lord brings that. You see, that belongs to the Lord. He controls the situation. The Lord is omnipotent. He controls all things. So yeah, no one could have delivered this guy out of the Lord's hands. You see, it was his time to go, and you know, none could deliver out of the Lord's hands. You see, he was snared. All right, I'll end the lesson here. All praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakwadash. Shalom.